Hello everyone, this is Mario. Welcome to stage 13 of La Vuelta 2019 in Pro Cycling Manager. So today the riders are back in mountainous terrain. This stage, it's going to take them from Bilbao to Los Machucos. The stage has 7 categorized climbs. Most of them are category 3 and 2, but the final one is the ascension to Alto de los Machucos. It's an HC category climb with an average of 8.3% for 8.2 kilometers, but the max slope of this climb is 25.1%, so that is utterly insane. Of course, this is going to be one that is going to be challenged by the GC contenders, even if they don't take the stage win, and if it goes for the breakaway riders, they will surely attack in the end to try to gain some time. And we are coming to this stage after a fantastic performance from Alejandro Valverde in the previous one, and if you haven't seen it, I would really recommend you to do so, because in that stage Alejandro Valverde attacked in the final hill. I wanted to take the stage win with him and, if possible, to gain a bit of time over Primoz Roglic, and Valverde really managed to do that. So of course now, with a gap that is around 1 minute, I'm feeling a bit more confident that it's possible to take the GC win with Valverde. So this might be the stage where I give up basically on Quintana's chances for the GC and go all out with Valverde and use Nairo Quintana to protect the world champion. And so the riders are now departing from Bilbao with torrential rain expecting them today. So yeah, really poor conditions. And speaking about poor, the race day condition of most of my riders is really poor today. And that includes Alejandro Valverde. He's on a -1 race day condition today. Also, I have Marc Soler on a -2. And mainly because of that, and because this is an important stage for the GC, I'm going to take the risk of not putting Marc Soler in the breakaway today. There are 37 points available for the mountain classification in this one. But with Valverde trailing by 1 minute and 8 behind Primoz Roglic, I really need to focus everything on getting Valverde to a good result in the stage. So I will keep all my riders in the peloton for this one. And so with about 30 kilometers completed in this stage, we have a breakaway group, a really large breakaway group with 25 riders, and they are currently over 4 minutes ahead of the peloton. And in this group, I have a puncture for Pedrero. Let's look back. It's probably not going to be dropped. Yeah, so we will soon be back protecting Alejandro Valverde. So going back to the front, today we have in this breakaway Ben King, Mikel Nieve, so he's definitely going for the KOM points and is highly likely to be the one leading the competition after this stage. We also have Valerio Conti, Bernsteiner, Ruben Guerreiro, Mikel Vizcarra, Thomas Marcinski, Dario Cataldo, Jetse Bol. Also, we have here Dani Navarro, Thomas de Ghent, Pavel Bernas, Lastra, Gianluca Brambilla, Gregor Mulberger, also Darwin Atapuma, Omar Fraile. This is Jesus Herrada, Ben O'Connor, Gabriel Xavier, Victor de la Parte, also Marc Padun, Hansen, José Herrada, and Luis Angel Mate. Cofidis has 5 riders in this group. It's really impressive. And they are now approaching the first mountain point of the day. They are 1.4 kilometers away from the top of this category 3 climb. Lastra is the first one to attack. He's followed by Mikel Nieve and Jetse Bol. Nieve is probably going to take the points. Let's see. It looks like he's going to take them. No, it's Lastra, and Mikel Nieve was only second. He still took 2 points and is now trailing Marc Soler by 9. And so the riders in the breakaway are now 2 kilometers from the top of Alto de Ubal. Mikel Nieve is leading the pace in this group, is controlling the pace in this group, and is the first one to attack. Let's see, 1 kilometer to go now. He's being followed by Lastra, who took the 3 points at the top of the previous climb. We again have 3, 2, and 1 points for this climb. Let's see who is going to take the points here, Gianluca Brambilla or Lastra, and it's Lastra again, followed by Brambilla, and Mikel Nieve takes only 1 point here. So this is not going as well as Mikel Nieve probably expected. In the meantime, back in the peloton, the pace is quite slow. They are trailing by almost 9 minutes behind the breakaway, and it's starting to look like the riders in the front are going to be deciding the stage. And we have now the attack by Jetsebol for this next climb. It's the first category 2 climb of the day. He's being followed by Mikel Nieve. Nieve is overtaking Bol. Bol is not going to take the points, but it's Lastra again. And I think Dani Navarro was second and Mikel Nieve was third, so he only took 1 more point. So we have again Mikel Nieve trying to go for the KOM points, but he's already exhausted. He won't be able to take the points here. Omar Fraile is going to be the first one at the top of Alto de Alizas. He's going to take 5 points. Then probably Ruben Guerreiro, no, not Ruben Guerreiro, Dani Navarro takes 3 points, and I think Valerio Conti took the final point. So Mikel Nieve is really having a poor day. And so in the breakaway, the riders are now approaching the penultimate climb of the day, the penultimate categorized climb of the day. Dani Navarro is the first one to launch the attack. In the previous one, Victor de la Parte took the 3 points available, and now it's Dani Navarro followed by Omar Fraile and Gianluca Brambilla. So it really looks like Marc Soler is still going to keep his mountain jersey after this stage. And so as the riders in the front start the ascension to Alto de los Machucos, they still have 9 minutes over the peloton, so I really think they are going to take the stage win. I'm now going to try to put my riders in the best position possible to go for this climb. Let's put Rojas, Valverde, and Quintana in the front of the group. They are the riders feeling in a better condition in my team, so I really want them in the front. I think that there are some narrow roads in this climb, so let's try not to lose the position here. And we have Rafael Majka attacking at the bottom of this climb. It's well, he's trying to attack. The slope is really insane just in the beginning of this stage of this climb. Rojas, I need to get him a bit more to the front. I need to have him there to protect my other riders. And I'm pacing. I don't want to pace with Quintana here. He's feeling really strong today, actually. Also, Valverde is not looking as bad as I was expecting, but I need to push him to the front. Let's hope. Well, Quintana is really in the front. Majka is going again. I'm not really worrying about him. Let's use the energy gel here on Marc Soler. And Valverde, I need to get him a bit more to the front. It's not being easy for him. Let's force the pace a bit with Valverde to reach the front and stop pacing with Rojas. And I actually need to protect now Valverde with Rojas. Let's see, Valverde is now in the front. Let's maintain position here and try not to waste much energy or too much energy. We are 3.6 kilometers from the top of the climb. The breakaway still has 7 minutes lead, so let's use the energy gels now on Quintana and Valverde. I really expect some attacks to take place. Miguel Angel Lopez is going, but is really far behind. Jakob Fuglsang is forcing the pace, so let's increase the effort by Quintana and Valverde. And I need to use Quintana to protect Alejandro Valverde. I need to do this. Quintana is feeling much better today. but I need to sacrifice him to protect Alejandro Valverde. And Primoz Roglic is on the wheel of Valverde. This is not easy. This is not easy at all. Gregor Mühlberger, in the meantime, won the stage. So let's sprint now with Valverde. Also do the same with Nairo Quintana. And I'm not going to lose any time, I think, to Primoz Roglic. This is probably not going to count as a gap. This was not perfectly executed, but I think no gaps will be counted on this stage between these riders. And Gregor Mühlberger takes the win for Bora Hansgrohe at the top of Alto de los Machucos. He was in the breakaway and was the strongest rider from the 25 who started the day in the front. So Gregor Mühlberger wins the stage ahead of Mikel Nieve and Omar Fraile. I got 10th with Alejandro Valverde, and yeah, he didn't lose any time to Primoz Roglic, which is what I was hoping for this stage. So Roglic still leads with 1 minute and 8 seconds ahead of Alejandro Valverde, who in -1 race day condition managed to not lose any time to the Slovenian. So in the end, I wasn't expecting Mikel Nieve to take points in the final climb, but he did, and he finishes the stage with 42 points, so he will be wearing the jersey in the next stage. In the points classification, the lead of Alejandro Valverde was slightly decreased, but he still leads ahead of Primoz Roglic. The best young rider is still Tadej Pogačar, but now only 33 seconds ahead of Miguel Angel Lopez. And there is now a huge gap in the team classification, with Astana 10 minutes and 12 seconds ahead of Movistar. So in the end, this was not a bad stage. I managed to not lose time for Primoz Roglic with Alejandro Valverde, despite him having a -1 race day condition today. So I'm quite happy with that. And after this stage that was expected to create a few gaps between the GC contenders, there were actually no gaps between the top 5 riders. They all finished the stage on the same time. Primoz Roglic, Rigoberto Urán, Alejandro Valverde, Nairo Quintana and Jakob Fuglsang, all finishing 3 minutes and 16 seconds behind the winner, Gregor Mühlberger from Bora Hansgrohe. So now, looking at the next stage, we finally have another stage that will suit the sprinters. Of course, for my team, it's not the most exciting of stages, but still, for some reason, Alejandro Valverde is considered as the top favorite for this stage. The finish is a bit on a uphill, so maybe he can take a bit of an advantage from that. I will, of course, try to sprint with him to gain a few points for the points classification and try to increase the gap in that classification to Primoz Roglic. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stage. It was really hard to control the team in that final climb. It's insanely steep. To make matters worse, Alejandro Valverde was not really feeling well today, but he still managed to keep up with the pace. So if you have enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Also, please comment below and tell me what you think I should have done better in today's stage. And if you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate your support, and I hope to see you all next time for stage 14 of La Vuelta 2019 in Pro Cycling Manager. Bye!